Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the 12-Minute SaaS podcast. I'm your host, Upendra Varma, and today we have Joran Hofman with us. Joran here runs a company called Reditus. So, hey, Joran, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Upendra.
Yeah. So, Joran, let's talk about your product first. So, what does Reditus do and why do customers pay you money?
Yeah, Reditus is an affiliate management tool purely focused on B2B SaaS companies. So we help them to grow by basically leveraging somebody else's network. So why do they pay us? So they either pay us to get listed in the marketplace, which helps them to find new affiliates or affiliates find them, or they pay us when they hit their threshold in the free plan, which basically meant that they hit 5K of monthly recurring revenue via own recruited affiliates in the free plan.
Got it. So, let's talk a bit more here. So, you're not just selling an affiliate marketing software, is it? So, you also have this marketplace where you have these potential affiliates that people could sort of come and sort of talk to. Is that how it is?
Yeah. So we do leave it on the affiliate side. So basically, the affiliates see a marketplace with all kinds of B2B SaaS programs offered on that side. So they can filter it on commission percentage, commission length, and then they can join that program or they request to join that program. So indeed go one step further because I did started Reditus out of pure frustration because I'm a SaaS affiliate of around like 80 SaaS tools. I have to log into all these tools separately, which is a complete hassle. So that's why we are taking a different approach by listing all these programs into one marketplace, and then an affiliate can manage all their programs via Reditus easily.
Got it. So let's talk about this marketplace first. So how many affiliates do you have on your platform as of today?
So today we have, I would say 1,500, maybe like there are some test cases in there. So let's say 1,200 like active users.
And do you also charge them or they're just, they just log in and they just look for opportunities out there?
Yeah, correct. So we basically only charge one side, and the side we charge are the SaaS companies, and we do not charge the affiliates, and we won't be charging them in the future either. So that side of the marketplace will always be free.
Makes sense. So let's talk about these SaaS customers. So how many customers do you have on your platform as of today?
Yeah, so many of your previous podcasters did an AppSumo launch, like we did it as well. I'm going to take those numbers out. So at the moment, we have 16 paying clients on a monthly recurring revenue basis.
Got it. And what's the approximate MRR that you did last month?
1,900.
1,900. And also give us some numbers about how your lifetime deal went.
Yeah, so lifetime deal, we cut it short. So we normally have to do 120 days. We did 90 days. We sold around like 10K in code, which relate to like 170 or 178 codes or something like that. And most of them, or only one of them, actually purchased like 10 codes, which gave them like unlimited free of everything. Other than that, we limited to a monthly recurring revenue, what they could earn by recruiting affiliates by us.
And why did you cut short your program?
Personally, I didn't like it. I mean, it's nice. Like I think it's always a two-faced situation doing a lifetime deal. Like it's really nice to get your first users, it's really nice to get some revenue in. But the lifetime deal community has some different expectations. Like they want the world where you are a SaaS and you can't offer that yet. So the expectations they have might be different than you can offer. And it's somewhat validating the product, but then it somewhat isn't because you're basically selling to a community who's not willing to pay the full price. So for us, at one point, like we were ready to go monthly recurring revenue. So I did not want to bother that much anymore, but just selling a lifetime deal, really having to bargain everything in it. I rather just bargain, I guess, for the monthly recurring revenue. So that's why we really try to keep it short and sweet there.
So the interesting thing is you basically cut it short, right? So what happened? What was the trigger there, right? So why? So you must have known all of these things before you started that lifetime deal. But what made you sort of stop it in between? Was there any big event or something that you realized that you didn't knew in the beginning?
Yeah, I mean, I even wrote a blog about it. Like the lifetime deal community was really new for me. So I thought it was going to be a huge success. We're just going to launch on that platform. We did it on AppSumo, and it's going to be an instant success. That wasn't the case, because apparently there's two tracks you can take. You can have the select route, or you can have the old marketplace. I did not know that. So we listed ourselves, and which basically meant is on day one, I was ready, like I was behind chat, ready to answer any questions. Nothing really happened because apparently you have to push everything yourself to 10 reviews, and then they're going to do a Facebook post about you. But that Facebook group doesn't really have that much members in there. So I was expecting a bit more from them, where we had to push everything ourselves. So at one point, I kind of talked to them. It's like, what are you guys doing for us? Because you are taking quite a bit of cut, like we are, like demolishing like our revenue model. So they couldn't really do much for us more. So we just decided we got it short end. Like the one thing we probably have different than most companies, we have really niche, right? We focus purely on B2B SaaS companies, where if you're an email marketing tool, probably the entire AppSumo users are going to be interesting. Where for us, we purely focused on other SaaS tools.
Got it. So essentially what you're saying is you were not in AppSumo Select and you just had to do everything for yourself. They were
Correct.
not really
Yeah.
adding any value as such to you, is it?
Correct. And in the end, like you are not earning that much money, and you are investing a lot of time because will come with a lot of requests. And again, like the expectations they have might be different than a normal user. So that's why we really wanted to keep it short.
Got it. So just to close this AppSumo topic, right? So how much sort of money did you raise out of it, out of your deal that you just cut short?
Yeah. So 10K in
10K,
dollars.
$10K.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right. So let's come back to your SaaS customers. You have like 16 paying recurring customers, right? So talk to me. Where did you get all of these customers from?
Yeah. So personally, I have a big network on LinkedIn. So I have around 10,000 followers, which is like a good place to start. But in the end, like the biggest where we got it from is LinkedIn outreach, just by reaching out to other founders who are like the same size as us or a bit smaller. So we kind of had a strategy where we focused on smaller companies first, less decision makers, easy approval process, etc. Talking founder to founder, and then from there reaching out to them.
Got it. So you mentioned LinkedIn outreach, right? So were you using any automated tool or was it just you pinging people out manually?
It was kind of semi-automated. Like we
Okay.
did not use a tool like Expendi or DuckSoup or anything like that. I actually had a VA. I
Mhm.
think I can call it a VA on my LinkedIn. So I gave them my LinkedIn profile details and login, and they basically started reaching out to, I think, what was it, like 200 founders per week, and then they just would send a connection request, and as soon as they would um, accept it, they would start messaging them, but in a manual way and in a personalized way. So that automated for me, but not for the person who was
Yeah,
doing it.
makes sense. So help me complete this funnel, right? So you reach out to 200 founders per day. So what is your acceptance rate for connections and what happens after that? How do you basically show the value there? Do you just directly sell your product or what else do you do? What's the strategy? Complete the funnel for me.
Yeah, yeah. So like we did not send a message with the connection request, so the connection request was empty. That allowed us to at least spark that interest from them to accepting it, to find out, okay, what is your want. Then we did not go in sell mode right away. So we just basically the guy had created messages saying like we are working on an interested SaaS project at the moment. Would you like to learn more about it? Starting with a question, not selling, and then if they would, okay, you're sure, talk to me about it. And then I would give a small pitch as in what we would do. Are you interested in learning more? If yes, let's book a demo. And that was the end goal, booking a demo, and then they would come to me. So that company basically would do everything before booking a demo, and then the demo would end up with me. And that person ending up in the call would actually think they already talked to me before jumping on a call.
Got it. So your goal is to book demos, and like for every 200 people that you reach out every week. So approximately how many demos do you book?
Yeah, that's a really good question, and I do not have the answer for that, because that's I guess the challenge with not doing it in a tool. Like it's really hard to
Yeah.
keep track of those numbers.
Yeah, but approximate, right? 5, 10, 1500. How does that look like? Or maybe you can aggregate it over a month or or a quarter, and you can just give me some numbers.
Gotcha. It's a good question. Like, I guess I would say at the best months we had around 30 to 40 demos per month.
Mhm.
And like the thing is also it's really hard to track, because sometimes
Yeah.
people wouldn't even book a demo. They would just directly sign up, and then they wouldn't even want to talk to me. They just signed up and already got started themselves.
Yeah, I know, understand that. So 10-20% is pretty good conversion rate. So just help me understand, is it so what looks like you have 16 paying customers and you are at around 1900 MRR, right? That's around
Mm-hmm.
150 is your approximate, monthly revenue that you're getting from one customer. That's around 1500 ACV or something like that, right? So can you afford to do demos at this point of, based on your ACV range?
I mean, I can afford anything at the moment. Like, I know, I mean, we're bootstrapped, so
But is
it's
that the
even
way
gonna
to
make it
go?
more.
Wouldn't a self-serve, no touch sort of, process, wouldn't it be more scalable?
100%, 100%. But in my opinion, to get there, you need to do the things first which don't scale. So, like, I even do live chat myself. So if somebody needs support, they will come to me, and I would do it like right away. But for me, doing all those demos, for me doing all those sales meetings, for me doing the CS things also with the clients, allows me to actually shape that product-led growth, shape that self-service model, which we are doing right now. So we kind of use like this phase to really understand what are the challenges our clients are having. They need to install a tracker script. They need to do a couple of other things. They need to start inviting their own affiliates. Otherwise, they don't get success quickly. So we're now shaping that into a sequence, making sure we send the right message at the right time. And then we're going to make the next step. So it's definitely not scalable. Definitely not worth it to do it, but money wise, but definitely learning wise, it is.
Makes sense. So you mentioned something like you send when you send a connection request on LinkedIn, right? That you don't have any text. So is that a conscious decision? Do you have any data to back that up? So typically, I would expect that the more personalized your initial message looks like, there's more chances for people to sort of accept your request.
Yeah, and like, I mean, we did that, and we learned as if you would do it, then like you need to do it really personalized, right? You need to make sure you're not gonna say, "Hey, I noticed we're in the same group. Hey, I noticed we have some same connections." Like it has to be personalized, which is really hard to do when you do it on scale. So we learned that like if you don't send anything, at least you don't give them another reason to deny your request.
It's not
Because
really worth it,
when I
right?
look
At scale, is that?
exactly, because when I look at all my requests, like they're all something like that. Hey, I noticed we're all both attending this event. Hey, I noticed we both know similar connections. Hey, I noticed we that's not personalized in my opinion. Like it's automated, and it's for me a reason to say, well, you did not do your work. Let's just skip this.
Got it. All right. So one question for you, right? So why LinkedIn outreach? Why not some other channel? Why not cold email outreach, or why not do something else? What's the thought process there?
Yeah, I mean, I did want to have it personalized. So at the moment, we are like ramping up our email campaign. We already started SEO from day one, but like we are doing longer term strategies as well, besides just LinkedIn, but it's not driving us any money. But LinkedIn for me has been like a fruitful channel, as in I post there every day, and we can like we can grow my network and we can connect with others. So for me, it's like a multi-factor, because if they request my or accept my request, I can message them, but they will also see my content. And as
Yeah.
I'm posting daily on a consistent basis, they will see my face all the time, and they think like, okay, maybe now it is time to start an affiliate program.
All right. So I want you pick your thought on something, right? So you are at around 2 to 3K MRR and you're just starting out. You have like n number of acquisition channels in front of you. You'll need to sort of pick one, or you really don't have the time and resources to do everything, right? So you have to pick one,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like, how do you make this decision, right? So what goes into this? I mean, I really want your personal opinion on this because this is one of the toughest things, right? It's not a science, right? So how are you going about it? So walk me through this.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, you look at results, right? Like what is driving results. So I definitely tried out a lot of things. I did hire a growth hacker already who's going to do, for example, like cold email outreach, and because we have two sites we need to take care of. But in the end, I don't think you have to choose one specific growth channel. Like if you have the tools to automate it or you are able to outsource it, you can run multiple at the same time. So how I always look at it is I kind of want to have some short wins and I want to have long wins, because in the end, I'm not building a product for just today, but also for next year. So
Yeah, can you
again, this is
complete the
why we
picture for
are,
me? For example, for the next 6 to 12 months, right? So how is this going to work out? So now you are primarily LinkedIn outbound, right? So when will SEO start
yeah,
kicking in? So what are the like? Can you just explain that story, or
yeah,
at least your own plans on that?
yeah, yeah. So at the moment, like we definitely need like as a fairly new startup, we need the quick wins, right? So we need LinkedIn outreach, we need email, we need basically anything which is going to drive success. And we don't want to spend too much money, so we're not actually doing any ads for things like that. So if you have funding, then you can do that as well for the quick win. But then, like for me, in let's say early next year, SEO should be like a really good driver for us to gain affiliates and to gain customers, which means I'm already have to start already now writing content. I do not want to rely on just purely doing outreach either via email or LinkedIn, because that is going to dry up at one point. So we need to make sure we're going to be prepared for the more scalable solution. So
All right. So
that's
yeah, let's talk about the other side of your marketplace, right? So talk about this affiliate. So where do you find them?
yeah, yeah, like the I mean, we do some recruitment for some of our clients, and like the first thing we ask, of course, is can you start leveraging your own network? So, like if we are gonna recruit affiliates for a certain tool, like you're gonna start with the people who already know the tool, who already love the tool, and who are happy to talk about it, which are their current users. So that's step number one. Step number two is basically look at the competitors. So are the competitors already running an affiliate program? Who are their affiliates? Can we actually recruit them for them? Step number three would be what are the keywords you want to be ranked for? What are the blogs which are ranking really good in Google? How can we get you in that blog? Can we recruit them as an affiliate? And I guess the fourth step could also be, as in we could look at like referral traffic from the competitors, which aren't affiliates. How can we start having those traffic sources also refer to your site, basically? So I
So
think those are
you
like
have
the
around 1,500 affiliates as of today, right? So where did a big chunk of these people come from?
um, that's a good question. I would say the moment the biggest chunk comes from our clients who basically leverage their own network. Because
Who are
when you
these
look at our
clients?
market, to the clients who are in the marketplace, the SaaS clients who are listed with their affiliate program.
Okay, so essentially the SaaS customers, right? So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
onboard a SaaS customer and now you bring their affiliate partners as well to the marketplace.
yeah,
So
yeah,
essentially these
correct.
16
Yeah.
paying customers ended up bringing a lot of these, a lot of these people out of these 1,500 sort of affiliates. Is that it?
Yeah, kind of, because we also have the AppSumo clients, which I did not mention, but at the moment we have around like 46 or 50 active affiliate programs in the marketplace. So it does mean like we do have quite a few AppSumo clients live in the marketplace, and they helped us also to bring in affiliates, because when they start inviting their own affiliates,
Yeah.
the marketplace will grow.
Got it. So if I'm a SaaS customer, right, and if I've got a bunch of affiliates, why would I come to your platform? And why would I bring all of
Yeah,
my affiliates to your platform? What exactly are you going to add? Like how are you going to add value to this?
yeah. Yeah, because if you would compare it to our competitors, then you could do basically that, right? You could work in your own silo, you keep your own affiliates, you're not going to bring them to my platform. But in the end, you're going to hit a wall because you are working in a silo, because you have
Mhm.
to invite all your affiliates yourself. And at one point, you want to grow outside of your own network. So that's why we have the marketplace where, yes, you do bring your own affiliate and those affiliates can join other programs, but they can do it anyway. As in, if they want to join other programs, they will do it anyway. And if you actually have them within Reditus, you're more likely to have active affiliates, because those affiliates will have multiple programs. They will log in more to figure out how am I doing with program one, two, and three. and they will see your brand more and more. So you will have more active affiliates. You will have affiliates requesting to join your program as well, which they might have joined because of a different one. And they like you will have live chat support, which I think we're the only one who actually offers that in the market right now.
Got it. Makes sense. All right. All right. So yeah, let's wrap this up. So like, so are you planning to raise any funding, or how are you planning to build this company going forward?
Yeah, I think I, I change my mind every day. Like we're still going good with being bootstrap, but like I think that's a common challenge of a founder, right? Like today you think of, okay, I need to raise money, and next day you won't think you don't think you need it. But we are going to do something at the end of the year. So either it being revenue-based financing, or we're going to go and talk to VCs. But it just takes a lot of time, which takes time away from doing sales, talking to customers, etc. So I'm not 100% sure yet where we're gonna end up at.
No issues. All right. So Joran, when did you start Releators, and how many folks in the team as of today?
Yeah, I started as a side hustle. So I started as being the product manager. I have two co-founders. They're both technical. So we went not the typical route is building an MVP. We actually built the entire product already, let's say in a year. So we started last year, February, something like that. I quit my job this February. So we did the actual launch end of last year to get like early feedback. Then we developed the product even more. And then we started building monthly recurring revenue February this year.
Got it. Got it. Makes sense. All right, Joran, thanks for taking the time to talk to me. Hope you scaled Releators to much greater scale. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Upendra. Have a good one.
Yeah.